Well, I've finished doing all the floors, including the roof on the Diamond Hotel. We've got this circular bit left to do up at the top, and we've got a lot of filling in of the walls and stuff to do. So, my friends, in today's episode of the Diamond Society, we are finishing, and I say again, finishing the Diamond Hotel. It's going to be awesome. Stay tuned. What's up, guys? It's Coop Dizzle here, and welcome back for episode 7 on the Diamond Society server. It is another beautiful day here on the Diamond Society, and just look at this amazing view behind me. I saw this view, I want to say in maybe Lurgan's last episode or somebody's episode recently, and I just thought it was spectacular. Like, I'd never seen the skyscraper district from this angle before, and I love it. I love it. It's so cool. I had to show you guys. Anyway, today, so last episode, we got a lot of progress done, and we did the End Dragon battle, which was a lot of fun, even though I kind of pulled a noob move and tried to mine up an Ender Crystal, yeah, and I could swear I've done that. Maybe it was on the console version or something. I thought you could get away with that, but apparently it blows you up straight away, even with full diamond armor. Speaking of which, let me go ahead and gear up here a little bit, and anyway, it was a lot of fun though, and oh, by the way, actually, let me know in the comments section straight away. I have a brand new audio setup. I'm so stoked about it. I've upgraded to the Blue Yeti mic with a boom arm and a shock mount and all kinds of stuff. So I've done a lot of testing to kind of get a really good setting, and I've messed with a lot of things in my setup. So please let me know in the comments if it sounds good. I tried to compare it to, some of the professional YouTubers I watch to try and get it as close as possible. So please let me know what you think. But anyway, look at this, guys. Today is the day. I said this in the last episode, we didn't make it, but I have done several hours worth of grinding off camera, and I think today is going to be the day. But look at this, man. This looks so cool. Now that the floors are filled in and you can't see the sky through it, I think it looks a lot more solid now already. And I just think it's looking really, really good. And, I don't know. There have been times when I had my doubts about the shape of this thing. But now I look at it and it just looks majestic, man. I love it. So let me show you some of the work I've been doing off camera, and then we are going to resume working on this thing. First of all, I've been gathering a lot more resources, and I don't know what all chests they're in. Not really there. Well, actually, the first thing you should notice is that all the floors are filled in now. So zooming in with the power of Optifine, I did finish that up from last episode. So all the way up to the roof, which we've got a bit to add up there as well. But to add the stuff to the roof, I had to go get a whole bunch of glass. So I did that. I got like 41 stacks of glass, and I did tinker around. I've done a little bit of experimenting off camera too. But a lot of this stuff we're going to fill in with cyan glass. And, well, I won't show you what that looks like yet. You'll see it soon enough, right? But a whole bunch of glass. I also went and collected a whole bunch of sand. Now, will this be enough? I've got some in here. I've got a whole bunch in here, too. So, a little under 2 double chests full of sand, which we're going to use to make the walls of this thing. And, well, we've got this base part, right? That's going to be mostly glass. But going up, it's going to be a lot of sand. So, will it be enough? I don't know. I hope so. I'm also going to need to make up a little bit more glass for black stained glass panes, because, yeah, I only have a little bit of black stained glass left. It's in here somewhere, if I could find it. There it is, 15, yeah, so that's not going to cut it. But anyway, that shouldn't be a problem, right? So we're going to go ahead and make up some black stained glass panes as well. We've got all the ink from the ink farm and all that stuff, so it should be nice and easy, guys, from here on out. I've done all the hard work, so in the episode we can just do all the fun stuff together. But check this out. So in order to help prepare for this, well, no, I'll just go ahead and show you. You can kind of get a peek of it right there. Cyan wool, right? So one of the things that Offensive Jen has commented a lot on, thank you very much, is that this thing doesn't have enough color in it. And so my plan always with this central column was to make it a third color, and I think cyan is the color we're going to go with. Now, when I tried just cyan glass like this, I really didn't like it that much. Like, it doesn't really pop enough, right? See what I mean? It kind of pops a little bit, but not quite enough for me. So I think we're going to go ahead and get the cyan wool behind that glass. and that's going to really, that's the color will for sure come through then if we do that. I tried glass panes as well because as some of you may know, glass panes are a lot more vivid. The color is a little bit brighter than just regular glass blocks. But I really, it just attaches. Like, I don't like how it attaches and all that stuff. So we're going to go with full glass blocks, and then to compensate for the clearness, I guess you could say, the transparency, we're going to put the wool behind it. And I do think that's going to add a little bit to the interior design as well. So as we go up, we'll have that on all 4 of these walls, which will be kind of nice. So anyway, that's it, guys. That's what we've got going on for this episode. And oh my gosh, the sky. Wow. I love it. Oh no, you know what? There was one more thing I wanted to show you guys. I'm not going to show this particular thing that I'm about to mention, but I did put in a rail, the one that goes out to the ink farm. I put one of those in because we're going to possibly have to make more trips out there, and in the future we will for sure. So I did that work off camera. It was a long rail line, and then we've got all these guys here. This started as a much smaller sheep farm that you've maybe seen in some other videos. It was about that size. So I blew this thing up, and I've been breeding these guys, and so now we can go through and get a whole bunch of cyan wool, which is kind of nice. In fact, I might go ahead and do that right now. So I'm going to go ahead and collect up some more of this because I know I'm going to need it. I'm going to need a whole bunch. But yeah, so I'm going to do this, and then once I'm done, I'm going to start putting some blocks in. So let's get started. We're going to roll a time lapse, third-person time lapse, and I'll check back in with you once we have some progress. Alright guys, well, it is almost finished. We have one more little piece to add to the top, one more finishing touch. We're going to do that together here in just a second, but I hope you enjoyed that time lapse. I haven't had the chance to put it together yet, so I don't know exactly how it turned out, but I have a good feeling it's going to turn out to be a good one. So if you did enjoy it, please make sure and hit the like button. And yeah, I'm just checking out the view, scoping out the view from up here. It's pretty cool. It's a nice view. But anyway, so we have one more thing to do. As you can see, even after all of this, we are not quite as tall as the Law Corp Tower, and I can't abide that. Like, this is supposed to be the iconic build of the skyscraper district, and yeah, it's got to be the tallest building. It just has to be. So what I did is, I went over here, I went all the way up to the top, and I checked to see what block that was on, and those red blocks over there, those redstone blocks, are on Y213. So here's what we're going to do. He's got a little antenna. We're going to have kind of a longer antenna. And we're just going to work our way up here until we get to Y213. So where are we at right now? Okay, about 190. So we got a little while to go, a little ways to go, and hopefully this doesn't look bad. Hopefully it doesn't make the build look bad, but I'll be completely honest with you. Even if it does make it look kind of bad, I really don't care. I mean, I do, but more importantly, I want this to be the tallest building in the skyscraper district. So, all right, here we go. 212. All right, so we are, no, that's what we're standing on. We're looking at 212, so one more. All right, so now we are dead even with the LawCorp Tower. And so what we're gonna do to make sure that we're the tallest building, boop, we're just gonna put that right there. And hopefully I don't die on this fall. Oh, almost, man. Only 3 hearts left, but there we go. There's our tower, and I'm just telling you right now, LawCorp, if you're watching this video, if you try and make your antenna taller, I'm gonna make my antenna taller by half a block. It's always going to be half a block taller than yours, and we can do this all the way up to build limit, man. I don't care. But there we go, guys. We did it. We did it. We made the tallest building in the skyscraper district. We beat the LawCorp Tower, and I'm feeling pretty good about it. So I'm going to go do some editing and see how much time we have left on this video, and then, yeah, we'll figure out what we're going to do from there. Alright, so after some editing, 10.5 minutes, that's not going to make a good Coop Dizzle Minecraft episode, so we are going to continue to work on this thing today, but wow, I've been away from the server for about a day or so. Yesterday I played on the Streamcraft server, and this thing is so much cooler now that I've had time to kind of back off of it, and oh man, I'm proud of it. That spire up there that we made, it is disproportionate, and you can really tell, especially if you step back over there. But you know what? Even though it makes it look not quite as good, I don't care. It's taller than the LawCorp Tower by half a block. That's what really matters, right? So anyway, here's what we're going to be doing next. We've got some time left in the video. Although this did take an intense amount of time for the week, I do still have a couple of days left before I need to get the episode out. So we're going to keep working on this. And what we're going to be doing next, although I'd really love to get the lobby done, I think what we're going to do is probably the exterior details. And that's one thing I've noticed that the skyscraper district is really lacking in, is some details. Like Mopbot's really good with his builds at putting detail around the outside of the build. You can see that if you go check out what he's doing in his base. I mean, it just ties everything together, right? But he never really came back and did that around his skyscraper. And Offensive Jin never did either. That's not really his thing, but it really helps. So I feel like maybe if we do it first, we'll kind of set the trend and we'll kind of show these guys how it's done. And then hopefully we'll get to see some more of those kinds of details as well. So that's what we're going to be doing next, guys. But first I've got to get a whole lot of resources together. So I'm going to go, I might have to do some mining as well. So I'm going to get a bunch of resources together. And then when I come back, we're actually going to do in the video, like a first-person montage kind of thing of me just doing this kind of exterior work. And yeah, like I'm imagining, for example, some gardens I think would be really cool to sort of separate these two buildings. That would look really nice. And just some kind of concrete design for the most part. Some trees would be really good as well. We need to get some trees in this area. So yeah, anyway, let me go get some stuff together, and then during that time lapse, there's something actually really important channel related that I need to talk to you guys about and get your opinion on. So it's actually a really good opportunity to do that. So let me go get some resources together, like I said, and we'll have a quick chat while we get this exterior part taken care of. Alright, so while I'm putting together the exterior decorations for the Diamond Hotel, I really want to take a second and chat with you guys about something kind of important for the channel, and something that I really need your input on, okay? So my channel has always been exclusively a Minecraft channel, and I'm happy to do that, but the thing is, this year there are so many amazing games coming out, and what I've realized is, I mean, as much as I love Minecraft, I am a gamer, and I do like to play other games. I don't play other games very often, but there are some games that are like events for me. There are games that are must-plays. And so for me, for example, Batman Arkham Knight was one of those games. I'm a huge Batman fan. I love the games. I had to play it. And so when it came out, I didn't put out as much videos because I was busy playing that game. And so I also learned that really big from Metal Gear Solid 5. I actually took a break for like 2 or 3 weeks from the channel so that I could play that game. I was in love with it. And I still played Minecraft, I just not enough to really record for it. So what I'm getting at is I kind of felt like after doing that, I felt like it would have been better for me to just be recording a series on it, and it would have been like a great series. It's really open to something like that. And so there are a couple other games that are coming out this year that I plan to play, whether I record them or not. So the thing is though, I know that there are some people, and I don't know how you guys are about this, but there are some people who get really upset when a Minecraft YouTuber starts putting out other games on their channel. So I don't want to offend anyone by doing that, and so that's where I really need your feedback, guys. The first one that's about to come out like next week is Fallout 4, and I'm not like a huge fanboy of the franchise, but I loved Fallout 3 and I liked New Vegas, but I think that Fallout 4 is going to be amazing. I can't wait to play it, and I think it would be the kind of game that would be really fun to make a series for. And I think later in the year, XCOM 2 is coming out, and I am kind of a fanboy of the XCOM franchise. Like, I loved the original XCOM, like the really old one, the original one, and really enjoyed XCOM 1, and this one just looks really, really cool. So those are a couple of the games that I had in mind, and that's, again, not Minecraft. So either way, there would be less Minecraft content coming out on my channel during that time. But if you would be up for it, that might be a series you might enjoy, because I know a lot of you guys you play other games too, you know. But like I said, some people get upset when a Minecraft YouTuber does that, so please hang out in the comments with me. Let me know, give me some feedback on whether or not that would be alright with you. I am going to try to manage my time so that I can still put out Minecraft content, but it might not be the kind of epic episode that you're getting today, for example. So anyway, just let me know, please. And yeah, I've just about got the exterior wrapped up, so let's go check in and see how the final product came out. Alright, so I got the exterior done. I'm really excited about this. I'm just really proud. Like, I'm really excited about the Diamond Hotel. I feel like this is the best thing I've made in a long time, and I hope you guys love it. And but before I show it to you, before I show you the finished product, I just want to take a second and check the video stats from the last Diamond Society today. And the views are down on that one, but for you guys that are like longtime subscribers, you showed up and hit the like button and supported the video. I just want to say thank you, guys. That means a lot. And if you enjoy this, please make sure that you hit the like button on this as well. But check this out. Are you ready? I'm excited. Here we go. Look at it. I love it. I love it. Like, every time I log onto the server now, I look at this thing and I'm just kind of like, I don't know, I can't believe it. It's really cool. This is definitely the biggest thing, the tallest structure I've ever made, and I think one of the coolest. Like, design-wise, there's a lot of shape going on here, and yeah, the interiors I guess that inner square is a little bit flat up top or whatever, but I think it turned out really pretty. And look at how the exterior landscaping really changes it. Let me grab some food on the bar real quick. But yeah, this just adds so much, guys. I used to watch a lot of Corrales, and he would always say, never neglect the bushes. And that's so true. Let me apologize real quick. I'm running Optifine, and there's some kind of glitch with Optifine and Forge. Like, this should be a 2-high fern, and this is a 2-high flower. And it really ruins some of the stuff that I tried to do, and I'll show it to you. So hopefully you'll be able to see what I was trying to do here. Last night it wasn't a problem, and then I log in today and it's a problem. But like, for example, where it affects it the most is stuff like this. These are the peonies. Yeah. So sometimes I use 2-high flowers and I'll put them down a block and put 2 next to each other, and it kind of makes it look like a rose bush or a flower bush. If they kind of line up next to each other correctly. Sometimes there's a gap and it doesn't work, but when it works, it's a cool effect, and you kind of are missing out on that. So I'm sorry, I tried to fix it. I don't know what causes that, but anyway, just so you know, okay? But now that we have some trees and some shrubbery around it and stuff, I just feel like it brings so much life, and it does so much for this street in general. Like, can you just imagine if we get some of the other skyscrapers detailed up like this? How much better this area is going to look. I mean, it already looks pretty cool, right? But it's going to look even better. So let's break down what I did just a little bit here. I went for a really simple pattern for the sidewalk. Well, this is the sidewalk over here. So for my concrete area, my slab area, I just went for a really simple checker pattern with stone brick and polished andesite. And then I broke it up. So every once in a while, I would go through and just put in a bunch of grass blocks and make like kind of a square. And some of the squares have trees in them, and some of them have just sort of organized, I guess, gardens. And so, yeah, I'm actually going to show you guys. I want to show you kind of an idea of how I did that here in just a second. But then this area turned out really cool too. Like, here's Lurgen's tower, and so we had this big sort of empty gap, which I wasn't really feeling that. So I felt like it would be really cool, like if you happen to be walking along the sidewalk and you want to cut across here, it might be nice to have, you know, something to look at, some scenery or whatever. So I went ahead and put these in. Now I'm not great at making water fountains, so this is a pretty simple design. I tried to kind of alternate the stone bricks and some slabs to get a little bit of design on the sides here to, I guess, retain or contain the fountain. But as for the fountain itself, it's nothing like spectacular, but it's cool. It still adds, you know what I mean? Even simple stuff sometimes adds a lot. And yeah, we just put some more trees in over here and stuff like that. So it turned out pretty cool. I also just went for this really simple kind of design as sort of like a, I guess you could say, a border between our two plots. So I marked out that this was the center of the plot, and I went ahead and borrowed a couple of blocks, but I don't think he's gonna mind, right? I think he'll like it. So anyway, he can come in and do a totally different sidewalk, or I guess design over here in terms of his concrete area, and it'll be fine. It'll kind of transition. So I think that'll be good. Now over here, this is where the back sidewalk is going to go, and then we'll have another road, probably a single wide road going over here. And yeah, so I haven't put in the sidewalk yet. Sorry about that. I did manage to extend this road out a little bit, so we're almost ready to put in a road back here. What's up, Allcorp? So yeah, a lot of people are hanging out tonight, which is really cool too. But anyway, so let me show you how I do this real quick, and then we're going to wrap up the episode. I intentionally left a couple of these blank. Oh wait, almost forgot. There is some hidden lighting there, so if you're wondering why there's a random carpet, I just chose the light gray because it blends in fairly well. Like, it pops up a little bit, but if I could, I would have put redstone lamps instead. That would have looked a lot more modern, but I just don't have the resources for that. So that's kind of what I went with, so it at least blends a little bit. But anyway, so let's go through a couple of these. The first thing that I do here, and I want to make sure I'm not doing exactly what I did over here. That shouldn't be a problem. So let's start here, and I'll show you an example of one of the designs that I used. So we're just going to start with a jack-o'-lantern here, like one block underneath, and that's just to provide some additional lighting to the area. And then I'm going to use birch leaves because we already have a lot of the oak. And oh, come on, you freaking troll. LawCorp is always freaking trolling me, man. Alright, so here we go. Let's do like a 3-high bush, right? So, and I don't have any 3-high bushes over here, so that'll work out pretty good. We'll go ahead and do another bush maybe here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Just a different color to mix it up. Alright, so now we're going to put in a 2-tall flower. What have I used close by? I haven't used... Well, I did use peonies over there. Or did I? No, that's the other one. The lilac. So let's go ahead and use... Let's use a rose bush. I've got one of those. So let's see. It doesn't really matter where we stick it. Probably here would be fine. No, I don't like that. Let's do that here. And throw in like a couple of ferns, maybe one over here, maybe one like back here. Do I have... No, I don't. Okay, so I don't have any sugarcane back here yet. Let's go ahead and add some sugarcane. And the way that you do this, you kind of have to hide it. Let me see. Let's grab... We need some blocks. And then we need to break these out. So, yeah, there we go. Perfect. So, and I brought a water bucket as well. So basically what we want to do is we're going to hide the fact that there's a water source, because you do have to have the block that has the sugarcane on it has to be in contact with water. So now we can put sugarcane on those 2 blocks, but it'll look kind of neat because it'll be a little bit out of place. And since we're doing that, let's go ahead and make this like a smaller bush. And maybe, yeah, we might just keep this. I kind of want the sugarcane more, so we'll do 2 of those. Do I have any string? I don't have any string. If I had some string, I would put one there to limit the growth so it only goes too high. And so far, that's not looking too bad. Oh, the rain at just the wrong time. Let's see. Let's get some bone meal, and we're just going to bone meal this thing up a bit. And maybe, let's see, I've already used red. I have yellow dandelions. So let's maybe put a dandelion in here somewhere as well. Maybe right here. And then we're going to break that. Perfect. See, that looks nice. That's not too much. You know, it's a nice little garden here. So let me make sure. My weather might be kind of loud. Let's go turn that down real quick. Weather all the way down. All right. There we go. Oh, lightning as well. Okay. So as far as the tree goes, one of the things that I have already kind of done with this one is I went ahead and put in some birch leaves. You could use like spruce leaves or something like that. Just anything that's a different color from the regular oak leaves or whatever tree you're using. You could use any tree really. I just like the oak because you can grow the tall trees. That works out pretty good. But anyway, let's throw a fern in. I used to not like the ferns because they're the same color as the grass, right? So don't think of it as in terms of it being a flower. Just don't even let it count as a flower. It's more like variety for the grass, if that makes sense. And then let's throw in a peony because we haven't used one of those yet, so we'll just plop that back here. And that's going to be it, really. We'll break that one. We'll keep the red one. Just one, please. And maybe break that one. I just want the one grass. There we go. And some back here. And maybe break that one. Perfect. All right. So anyway, it's really simple, and you can just you know, mix it up however you want to. Do whatever you think looks good. Like, I kind of feel like that's not doing it for me. Maybe a dandelion would do. No? Yeah? Maybe just right here. And then break that. Some grass maybe. There we go. Yeah, I think that's fine. So be prepared to spend a lot of time on stuff like this too. I spent probably at least an hour, I would say, not including the time it took to wait around to grow the trees. So I just AFK'd for that. But yeah, just going around doing all this stuff, maybe even an hour and a half to do this part of the build, but it's well worth it. Like, to me, and this is just my opinion as a Minecrafter, but I feel like until you've done the exterior details, your build isn't finished. Because it just makes such a huge difference, you know? So if you take, for example, like, this is a nice little build that Montbot did here. Well, it's not little, but it's a nice build, but it would be so much better, and it will be. One day he'll come and do the exterior, and we'll come back and look at it, and it'll make a huge difference. Same thing, like, I really want all these guys to do these kind of detail work, because just look at it. It looks so much cooler. So anyway, I can't stand this rain, and it might be ruining the video quality, so let me sleep this away, or see if we can sleep it away or get rid of it, and then I'll be right back. I mean, come on, look at that view. That is beautiful. That is beautiful, and the hotel adds so much to it now. It's so freaking cool. Guys, I can't tell you how excited I am. This took so much work, but I mean, I love it. I think it's the coolest thing I've ever built. Let me know what you think in the comments, but I think that's going to do it for us, guys. So I just want to say thank you again so much for hanging out with me today. I had a lot of fun. I hope you had fun too. And if you did enjoy the video, please, again, make sure you hit the like button. The support really, really helps me out. Feel free to share the video, spread the word about the series, spread the word about the server, and subscribe if you're new to the channel so you can catch more awesome Minecraft builds in the future. But that's going to be it, guys. So thank you so much again, and until next time, may you be happy, may you be well, and take care. I'll see you later.